Hi, everybody. A lot of people will say that I'm a strange person. And, and in fact, my family, colleagues, friends probably have better definitions of me. But let me explain why I'm strange. I'm strange because I learned how to fly. Now, I don't have wings, but I'm going to give you a little background on how this happened. I'm going to start at 4 years old. I could not be contained by my parents. My mother tried to keep me in a crib. I would climb out of it. And I remember one day she hired a professional people to build a patio, a wall around our patio. It was made of wrought iron. And my mother placed me in that patio. And as the men were ready to leave, I had already taken the patio apart. And I was already escaping the patio. And I started to look and learn about how things worked. I was taking TVs apart, radios apart, pinball machines. And I also started to notice things about people. Why my father left in the morning a happy person, he was a used car salesman, and came home not so happy. And I couldn't understand what happened to him when from the time he left to the time he came home. And it wasn't until later I found out that although he was a wonderful car salesman, what he didn't understand is how to attract customers to his place of business. So he would sit in his place of business and be frustrated, waiting for customers to walk in. And as I analyzed more people, I started looking at other things. My parents had bought a piano. And certainly, it's great. I'm going to learn how to play the piano. And here I am with teachers teaching me how to move my fingers in certain ways. And I wanted to play songs. They just didn't get it. I couldn't understand why I had to do what they were saying. And when I would ask them, they would tell me, just keep quiet and do it my way. Well, I'm not that kind of person. And my last piano teacher was a jazz pianist. And he put music up on the piano and he started playing. And I'm looking at the music and I'm watching him and I'm listening. And the music he was playing was similar to what was written on the paper, but in reality, he was playing other notes. And when I asked him, where did these other notes come from? They're not on the paper. He said, it comes from his heart. And I said, your heart? And he said, yes, I feel a passion with music. And as I add more notes, it changes the way the music is presented. And all of a sudden, I began to understand the connection between your heart and your work. And what had happened at 16 years old, I became a piano teacher. I was the teacher that parents would call when their children would no longer want to play the piano. They had it. And I understood where they were coming from. So I'd go and I'd meet with the parents and I would say, listen, let me handle it. And I sit with the students and they didn't want me on the piano bench. They just wanted to do something else. And I said to them, what song do you want to play? And when they told me their song, I played it and I said, fine, let's learn that. And they were shocked. What do you mean? I was not able to learn a song before. And I said to them, it doesn't matter. Let's do something that you want to do. But promise me that at the end of the week, when I come next time, that you'll be able to play the song properly. You have to practice it. You know what it sounds like. And every week I would come, and every week they would get a new song. And every week their parents would say, I don't know what just happened. My son is playing, my daughter's playing, what's going on? And I would say to them, they're doing what they love. And that is the connection between work and love. And that is how a person begins to learn how to fly. You see, all our lives, we are controlled. We're swaddled, we're put in playpens. In my case, I escaped regularly. But nevertheless, we're told what to do and how to do it. And unfortunately, when that happens, our inner passions get suppressed. We believe that, oh, well, I had a good idea, but this person's talking me out of it. Maybe it's not such a good idea. So we're stuck in our box, just like that playpen. We don't know how to escape. And what happens, there's certain fears that prevent us from moving on. And I have some balloons here, and I'm going to give you some examples. Right here, we have the fear of the unknown. Is anybody worried about the unknown? They don't want to do something because they're afraid that something's going to happen to them. Well, you know, that's a perceived fear. It hasn't happened to them yet. Why are they afraid of the unknown? Well, you don't have to be afraid of the unknown. That's how easy it is to not be afraid of the unknown. Let's take a look at this one. The fear of naysayers. Did you ever talk to somebody and they would say, that's ridiculous. You shouldn't do this. You have a beautiful home. You're set for life. Why do you want to take chances? They talk you out of things. Well, you know what? You don't have to deal with those people. Now we have another one. The fear of failure. This is a good one. All right? We're afraid we're going to fail. What is failure? Edison was asked when he was making the light bulbs, he failed by, according to a reporter, 1,000 times. And when he was asked about his failures, Edison said, I never failed once. All those were steps to show me what not to do and how to make a proper light bulb. For Edison, they were not failures. Now, what else do we have here? The fear of trying. I used to say this to my children, you can do anything if you try. Most people are afraid to try something. Maybe they're afraid they're outside their comfort level. They don't feel that it's possible. But you know, again, that's a perceived fear. That's not real. That's simple. We're running out of fears here. Hopefully at the end, you'll get what I'm talking about. All right? The little fear of leaving your box. Well, of course, I never had a problem with that. I was leaving my box before I knew what the box was. But then again, we grow comfort in what we're doing. And that comfort keeps us from trying to go to the next level. But the fact is, we can go to the next level. We can increase the ability of our lives. So we just ended that. Sorry, I have to clean the floor. Next one, fear of starting. Well, procrastination. Never put off today what you could do tomorrow. Now, many people procrastinate for many reasons, but the fact of the matter is, when should you start? You should start now. Tomorrow, you don't know what tomorrow is going to be. Whatever you want to do in your life, start right now. Procrastination's gone. Boy, when we're finished with this, nobody will have any fears or balloons. Fear of roadblocks. Now, many times people through their lives say, well, I could do this, but what if this goes wrong? What if that goes wrong? Well, does that mean you shouldn't drive a car because you're worried about being detoured? Do you never get into your car? No. Roadblocks will happen in every areas of our life. And we can prevent the roadblocks by going around them. So we don't have to worry about them anymore. So now what's left? Well, I'll tell you a little story. Take a little bird that is sitting inside a nest, and the mother brings it worms every single day. Now, sooner or later, that little chick is going to grow, and that mother is going to take that chick to the end of the branch and say, you can fly. Because the mother knows the bird can fly. The bird doesn't know it, but it believes that the mother is telling it the truth, so it steps off the branch and it flies. Well, the fact is, all of us can fly. All of us are capable of flying. I have some balloons here that this one balloon, everyone has the potential to fly. We could fly up in the air, follow that balloon. We have another one. You have to believe in yourself. Well, who else is better to believe than you? You know your potential. You can do it. You don't have to worry about anything. Let it fly. This isn't working out the way I thought, but we're doing the best we can. Your dreams can come true. So I'll just kind of put these over here, and I'll just explain them. Your dreams can come true, okay? Support groups and knowledge. We can gain knowledge today. We don't have problems with knowledge. Support groups. Bring yourself to a center where you have people around you that support you. There are people that are naysayers. Stay away from them. There are people that don't even understand you. Stay away from them. Find people that are mentors. They will help you fly. Maybe I can get all these right here. I got your dreams come true. We got a couple left. Time management. Everybody says, well, I don't have time to fly. What does that mean? You know, certainly you have time. You have to make the time. You're special. There's things in your life that you will be able to do if you make the time. You can do it. It's not hard. So I have a couple more, but nevertheless, I think pretty much you get the idea that if you follow all these successful balloons, you can fly. You have the potential. We all have the potential. You just have to decide that it's possible.